Hello everyone, welcome to EDU 163 OW, Summer Session 2018. I'm Miss Herring and I will be your instructor for this course for these next 8 weeks. I just wanted to hop on really quickly and give you a short introduction video to this course. Sometimes when you take an online course in the summer, it kind of feels like you're on an island by yourself. You are not. I am here, and so hopefully this video will give you a little bit of an overview of the course and answer any concerns or questions that you might have. So hopefully on your screen you can see our course Moodle, and that's where we're going to start today. The very first thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to do your MOCA. If you're seeing this video, chances are you've already done the MOCA. That does officially enroll you into your summer course. You will need to do one of these MOCAs for each of the online classes that you're taking during the summer, just like when you take it in the spring or the fall. So if you have any questions about that, give me a call. The next thing I want to bring your attention to is the announcement tab. I will be sending you lots of emails this summer because that is the best way to get in contact with everybody. When I send you an email, I will send that to your SEC email account, and I will post it right here in this announcement tab. So if something happens with your email, you don't have access to it, make sure you call me and I'll get that worked out for you. But you can also check the announcement tab. You can click here and you can see every email that I've sent throughout the semester. Here is your EDU 163 online summer syllabus. You're going to want to definitely take a good look at that. Let's open it here. One of the main things that everybody wants to know at the beginning of the semester is what is required, what's my coursework look like, and how am I graded. So if you will scroll down here, in your syllabus we are using points in this course, not percentages. This explains the evaluation or the grading method for the course. You do have 2 projects, you have 10 chapter tests, you have a discussion board, and then you have a final. And just keep in mind that even though this is a summer class and it's 8 weeks, this is designed just like it would be if it was a 16-week class. So we're taking a lot of information and we're taking it from 16 to 8 weeks. So it's going to be fast-paced, but I think you're going to be fine. Okay. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to point out when talking about the syllabus, I think I have contacted everybody in this course except for 2 people. The 2 people I could not get a hold of, I left messages for, but this is what your textbook looks like, okay? It is the 9th edition. The reason I'm calling everybody about this and stressing out a little bit is because this is not the latest edition of this textbook. They did ask us if we would use the 9th edition, not the 10th, for this course, and I agreed to that. So if you got your book from our SEC bookstore, or if you got the ISBN off of our webpage, you are fine. You've got the right ISBN, you've got the right book. But it's 9th edition, not the 10th. Okay, so scrolling down, you did hear me just mention that you have 2 projects for the summer course. That's a lot, because one of these projects, your very first one, you actually have to go out to a public or private accredited school and do some observation hours. Those projects are right here. So you want to look at project number 1. You want to look at that project description. Make sure you don't have any questions and follow the instructions that are listed there. You can't go into just any elementary school anymore and say, hi, I'm here to observe. They do have policies and procedures that are in place to keep students safe, which is wonderful. Here are the volunteer observing procedures for Sampson County Schools. Most people who take this course, especially this time of year, do go to Sampson County Schools because it's right in our backyard. You don't have to if you're from another area and you want to go to Duplin County or Johnston County or wherever you want to go. I am totally fine with that. Just make sure that you know what their procedures and policies are for observing and volunteering. Okay, here's project 2. You will not have to go out to observe for that one. That's something that you're going to put together independently. And then the rest of the course is just your chapters in sequential order. So, for example, this is Chapter 1, Introduction to Classroom Management. You're always going to have learning outcomes there, which is like your objectives for each chapter. Once you get finished reading, you're going to want to make sure that you are able to do whatever it is that the learning outcomes state. You always have a PowerPoint for your chapter. You'll have some supplemental information, and then you will have your chapter quizzes. Your quizzes are going to come strictly from your book. So you're going to want to make sure that you can read the chapter and not just memorize it, but apply the concepts that you're learning about in each chapter. If you can do that, you should be fine. The Chapter 1 quiz is pretty straightforward. Chapter 2, we get into a little bit more scenario-based questions. So just so you know that, make sure you can apply the information or the concept that you're reading about to different situations. The supplemental information that you'll find under each chapter is just that. It's just supplemental. It helps you understand the concept that you're reading about in that particular chapter. It will not be on the quiz. Your quiz will come strictly from your textbook. It will not come from the supplemental information. So let's say that you get to Chapter 1 and for whatever reason you don't get around to looking at this ineffective classroom management document. It's totally fine. You're not going to be tested on it, but it will help you understand the material. So again, Chapter 2 laid out exactly the same way. Again, you've got a couple of supplemental things here, videos, I believe, and then your Chapter 2 quiz. We come on down and you'll just see that every chapter is laid out pretty much the same way. You will notice that on my Moodle you see some areas that are grayed out. Don't worry about that. That's stuff that I've got that won't be on your Moodle, but I did want to mention that because it does look kind of funny. Okay, on down we are at Chapter 10. So remember how I said we have 10 chapter quizzes? Well, if you look in your book, there is an 11th chapter. That chapter is for extra credit only. So you don't necessarily have to do the Chapter 11 quiz unless you want extra credit. If you do want extra credit, do it, and that will count toward your final grade, but it's not required. But when you get down here to your final exam, Chapter 11 material is included on that final exam. So you're going to want to definitely go in there and read Chapter 11. And then your final, due by July 9th at midnight. So, with that being said, the beauty of an online course is that you can work at your own pace. If you know that you're going to be out of town on vacation, if you know that you want to get ahead because something is coming up in your personal life, you are always welcome to work ahead. Everything in this course is already open for the entire summer semester, so you can do things early if you want to. You just want to make sure that you get everything in by the due date. So right underneath your course syllabus, you have a course calendar. And I make this for you guys, but I actually need it as much as you do. So if you open up that course calendar, I would highly recommend that you print this off and keep it somewhere close by. It has all of your course due dates. So if you look on May 21st, our course is going to begin. On May the 24th, that MOCA is due by midnight. So you want to make sure that you have that done. And then, starting with that very first Friday, that very first week, you have 2 chapter quizzes that are due by midnight. So if you scroll on down, you'll see that your Chapter 3 and 4 is due on June the 1st. Your Project 1, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you do not wait to get started on Project 1. Kids are getting out of school, schools are closing. We have those end of grade tests that come in and kind of mess with the schedule a little bit in our elementary and middle schools. You want to get started on this day 1. This project is due June the 6th. It's due by 11:55. So I'll be sending out an email regarding that first project very soon. So make sure that you view that. Let's see. And then again, it's very straightforward, gives you all the due dates. Again, you're welcome to work ahead if you need to. Just keep in mind that if you do work ahead on the projects and you submit them early, those will not be graded until after the due date. When you take your quizzes, you are welcome to use your book. Look back, look at your notes, whatever you need to do, look at the PowerPoint. You're welcome to use your books and materials for those quizzes. And when you take the quiz, for those of you who have not taken an online course with me before, they are test bank quizzes. meaning that they come from a test bank. So when you finish your quiz, your grade will automatically pop up. So you'll be able to see immediately what your grade is. You won't be able to see which ones you have gotten correct or incorrect until the night that those quizzes close. And they will close at midnight on whatever night that they're due, and then at 12:01 you'll be able to go in and see which ones you got correct and which ones that you got incorrect. So with that being said, be sure that you review those quizzes, because that final, the best way to study for your final for this course is to review those chapter quizzes. Hint, hint. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. That's why I'm here. You are free to come see me. You can send me an email or give me a call. And if you email me or call me, I will always get back in contact with you within 24 hours. If for some, except on Fridays. We do not, campus is closed on Fridays, so we will not be here on Fridays. But if you ever send me a message or anything and I don't get back to you within 24 hours, something's going on. So make sure you reach out to me again. Again, I look forward to working with each of you, and if you have any questions, I'm always here. Thanks.